it was easy to fall into the rhythm of doing the same thing every single day, which then made it feel like lockdown was dragging out for a lot longer.
You're just doing the same things, stay in the same room all day. I think one of the worst things is the news, like things on telly, all the media. Everything is speculation and fear.
People have been left on their own, people can't go around to their families, and this has made people feel isolated.
And it's really sad to think how we used to live. It kind of feels like I'm in my own head and I'm trapped.
The number of adults in the UK who are experiencing some level of depression has doubled since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. 1 in 5 people appear to have depressive symptoms.
I feel like government support has not increased in line with how much mental health problems have increased.
We don't have a good mental health system. People can't get the help they need when they need it.
I've seen a lot more people struggling more than I am who are getting no support, even after asking for it a lot.
To get onto a service called Talking Therapies, it was 8-month waiting list. And that really shows like how bad the system is.
Like, it's been such a big issue. There's so many people that I know over lockdown, even people who didn't have any mental health problems before, hadn't experienced anything like that.
Especially the older people are more worried and upset by the prospect of more lockdowns.
My nan is the most positive person of all time, and she's had to be put on antidepressants. She's so sad that she can't go to her allotment or see me.
It's been a lot harder for my mum to cope mentally.
And anxiety's been a big thing. I've been petrified. With doing my grandparents' shopping each week, I've been petrified that I would give something back to them.
I've kind of taken for granted the fact that I could see them so easily before.
Friendship groups have changed quite a bit. Obviously I haven't been able to see them, so most of my interaction is confined to online, which can be very toxic.
Which is a shame, because I was expecting to live with 5 of my friends for the year, and now I don't have that. I can only talk to them online.
I think a lot of people have shown their true colours throughout this lockdown. I'm finding a lot of people being quite vocal about their distaste for masks.
Half of me is like, these people are stupid, but half of me is just like, well, what do you expect? You're taking away people's freedom.
I'm finding it hard to motivate myself sometimes.
The motivation was the other thing. It got to the point where it actually took some physical and mental effort to get through each day.
I began to feel so much anxiety and stress. I actually realised how hard it is to find a job now, because so many people have lost their jobs.
I ended up losing my last job because of coronavirus.
Sydney University's Brain and Mind Centre, backed by the AMA, that says the economic and social impacts of this virus shutdown risk a death rate from suicide that could be as high as 4 times what we'll see out of the pandemic itself. Now, I know
we are seeing the failure of our system due to these lockdowns. There is a real risk of people committing suicide, or people can't deal with this kind of stuff.
It's there's only so much you can do for them. You can ring them, you can check that they're okay, you can try and cheer them up, but it's so difficult when you can't actually properly see them.
I think that mental health has taken a massive backseat. People are finding it harder now to get help they need.
I've tried to get support myself and seen exactly the same amount of waiting times and such.
My family had to deal with me for 8 months while I was in a really bad place. I was suicidal, I was everything. Having this inconsistent lockdown with people's hopes being, raised and dashed again, it's just terrible for people with mental health issues.
The more lockdowns we have, the worse the problem's going to get. It's just going to add to people's mental health problems that are already existing.
Everything I'm going through now is just the stuff I go through on a daily basis. It's just amplified by not being able to see people. It's just exacerbating pre-existing problems.
People are going to be left with mental health issues because they've not got the right support. They've got worse rather than having got better.
Maybe it'll be even more restrictive, and I think that would worry me a lot more.
It's not going to be better until at least this time next year, and that is a scary thought.